Welcome to the Kasioka Show. My name is Isaac Kasioka and I am your host today. The program on air right now is The Kenya I Want as a person. So today I decided to introduce you to my reading life and what I have been reading, or rather what I usually read. And today I want to show you my favorite book. It is The Constitution of Kenya, 2010. We all remember when President Mwai Kibaki promulgated this constitution. So now everybody in their minds, there is the Kenya that they want to have. For example, as a person, I want to see a Kenya where there is development, a Kenya where there is a lot of literacy, a Kenya where everybody is equal, that is both genders, male and female. I want to see a Kenya which is moving forward in terms of development. Unfortunately, the politicians of this country show us something different. And that's why, as I said in the last episode, we have seen so many people resign from top paying jobs in Kenya just to go and campaign so that they become politicians in the country. Maybe someone saw something which he might change and I decided to go and buy. But basically, what that means, if you have a top paying job, or rather if you have a highly remunerative position in the country, and you leave it to go and campaign and to go and do politics, chances are very high that you're not going to offer leadership, but rather you are going to offer politics in the place that you're going, which is very unfortunate for our country. And in this case, we are just watching the leaders as they go to campaign to get the positions. Kenya I want to see is a Kenya which is highly educative, or rather a Kenya which has high literacy levels, and that means almost everybody has gone to school. I remember my times in college. I was in college in the period of 2012 to 2016. I remember I was a JAB student, and being a JAB student, school fees was very low. Being a JAB student, and then you apply for help, we were paying around 17,000. Was it 17? 17 was hostel inclusive. However, our hostels were quite expensive. But it was the school fees itself was coming to around 15,000 Kenya shillings. So if you are getting school fees worth 15,000 Kenya shillings, and then now you apply for help, what does that mean? 15,000 help. Once help was disbursing money to student accounts, they were directly debiting, or rather deducting. They were directly deducting 8,000 shillings to go to the university direct. When help was deducting this 8,000, because it is per year, you divide it by 2, you get 4,000 each semester. So 15,000 minus 4,000 is equals to 11,000. If you have help and you are wise, you would pay out of the minimum. The minimum help which was issued was 35,000. I know it was 35,000 per year because I received the minimum. So 35,000 per year divided by 2 is equals to 17,000 minus 500, which was being deducted for processing. You get, which is the difference. The 1,000 which I have left out, it is 17,500. So minus 500 shillings is equals to 17,000 flat. So remember, your school fees is 11,000 because help has already catered for 4,000. So your school fees is 11,000 and you have 17,000 here with you. So to assist your parent, you would pay, let's say, half. 11,000 divided by 2 is 5,500. So you take the 5,500 shillings and you pay school fees. 17,000 minus 5,500 is equals to 11,500. So technically you have 11,500, which if you are just a student who has the agenda of just schooling, is enough to survive you for the entire semester. because college food technically is very cheap. College food you'll get at very, very good rates. So I don't know why when I was a student, or rather students usually complicate this issue. It is an easy affair. So that is the Kenya I'm looking at. A Kenya which is academically, which has academic excellence in it. So now let me narrow down to my area, that is in Mtito Andei. Most people are not aware that they can get help. Help is just a government loan which you can apply at any time and get that money and into your pocket. And if you get it into your pocket, you school yourself. That's why you are seeing nowadays there are so many Arambes to sponsor children in their education. And fortunately, one of the things which the government has done, help is also accessible to people in private universities. Or rather, I am still wondering, if you know you are struggling with money, why should you go to a private university? Why can't you look for a chance in a public university? I think that is a better way of handling life, because once you go to a public university, it will be less costly than when you go to a private university. Also, with this, I'm not trying to finish anyone's business, but in this, I'm in support to what Professor Magua once said. People are opening universities left, right, and center as if they are kiosks. There's something which really ate up my mind a couple of years ago or months ago. There is always the need to construct new schools. We know the people who are responsible for construction of new schools, or rather maintaining of the schools which are in existence, or maintaining of the examination centers which are in existence. Now, let's then narrow down. There is always no money to increase teachers' salaries. But have you ever realized that there is always money to do things which are referred to as nonsense in this country? Money to increase politicians' salaries is always there. Money to increase politicians' allowances is always there. But there is never money to cater for the education of this nation, because that is what we require. That is the thing which is going to move us forward. And the person who said that education is the key to success, I can tell you for free, that person was not a fool. As I am seated here today, and as I am looking at myself today, if it was not education, I could not be where I am today. If it was not education, I could not be doing whatever I am doing today. In short, what I am trying to say is that our leaders, once they go to parliament, once they go to the county assemblies, once they go to wherever they go, once we elect a president who goes to State House, we would like, or rather I would like, because I am talking about the Kenya I would like them to prioritize education in this case, because we need to move forward as a nation. Because look at the doctors in foreign countries, look at the engineers in foreign countries. They are moving forward, they are moving their nations forward. But look at us, we are still relying on importing professionals, because in Kenya right now they are very competent people. I wish our leaders saw this in the light which I am seeing. They engage people like me, and I know we have very many professionals. I know we have very many management experts in this country. They engage them, and we move the country to the next level. I mentioned Mtito Andei, and it is Mtito Andei Ward. My vision is that Mtito Andei Ward becomes self-reliant. In Mtito Andei, there's a river called River Kambo, which has never dried in my life existence. But unfortunately, it is not in the map. Maybe the schools around there. When I was schooling at Kamulalani Primary School. When I was schooling, it is when we used to cross it. I think we are the only people who know its existence. But look at other rivers in other areas. They are small tributaries, but they are well known by people. They are even in the maps, because people have woken up. So the resources in this country, the resources in my region which I come from, there are so many resources. I think it is time we started harnessing them. I think it is time we start uh, benefiting from them as citizens of both my locality and the country at large. when I was growing up, I heard a lot about cotton. Cotton production was very heavy. Cotton production was something very great in this country. But right now, who talks about cotton? I think no one. The industry was in one or the other killed because nobody talks about it anymore. Or rather, but I wish if our government, if a petition to the government, if our government took in management professionals to boost the industry, I think we would be in a better position than we are right now. We will not see the booming of the Mutumba business because Mutumba comes from the abroad. Basically, Mutumba is a cloth which a certain Mzungu was wearing and he has stopped wearing. So it comes down here cheap. To conclude this, I would like to say that we need education, we need to be enlightened, we need to understand better and better. Just the other day, I was in a discussion with the MCA aspirants in my location, in my area, in my ward, and other supporters. And someone was saying that they'll build roads. I'm still wondering, how does an MCA build roads? What does that mean? The literacy levels are either, if they are not at zero, they are very low. But I think we need to learn the roles of these leaders also, because an MCA cannot build a road whether you like it or not. That MCA will not build a road. They'll be lying to you, or rather, they'll be giving you a lie if they tell you that they are going to build their road. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to this channel. Click on the notification bell and let's join our hands together as we continue discussing on the Kenya that you want and the Kenya that I want as a person. I want a Kenya which is moving forward. Thank you.